clever, sharp. These are words other podcasts use to describe themselves, not us. This is Fairly Harmless, the place where you take a break from being smart. With musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns, East Coast Funk. Please enjoy Andrew and James.
Welcome to Fairly Harmless. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
I'm Fast Eddie.
And I'm Jed.
All right, gentlemen, welcome. We've got a great episode ready for you this week.
Which one is this?
Thanksween.
Thanks.
You're mixing it up, doing something a little different.
We're
but
mixing
a
it up.
good
We're coming up with
episode.
our own fucking holidays.
With
The tweener.
the tweener. It's the holidays are coming fast and furious. We're gonna mash them together and call it Thanksgiving, Halloween, Thanksween.
Thanksween. We're gonna get our ween going.
Can't we put some Christmas in there?
Hello Giving.
Hello what?
Hello Giving.
Hello, giving. Hello, goodbye.
Hello mother. Hello giving.
Lada.
Well, there's a copyright strike for us.
Yeah, that's a strike.
Wait, it's not a strike. We're not. As
it's
long as
not-
we don't if we don't sell T-shirts or mugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we not allowed to sing songs?
We're allowed to sing songs. He does it all the time.
Also, I'm pretty sure you can sing up to like 7 seconds of any song. It's something like that.
We're gonna test that theory out.
Maybe they'll pay us royalty.
Because
You guys want to hear a Halloween story
yes,
Yes.
about James?
Sure.
Yes,
Sure. I can't
absolutely.
fucking
Yes.
wait.
For sure.
this is gonna.
James, when James was smaller, and I mean in every way
Thinner.
possible.
I was gonna say, my
Yeah,
friend,
every way possible.
he was never small. Younger when he was young.
When he was younger.
Weren't
Yeah,
you?
he was. Yeah. He must have been about 10 or 11, maybe 12. He started getting the idea that Halloween wasn't enough. James was one of the first people ever to do the outdoor scenes with, different Halloween type stuff. Not the stuff that's store bought now. That I read an article this morning where the Americans will spend $11 billion, that's billion dollars, on Halloween junk you see hanging outside, skeletons, witches, pumpkins, whatever bullshit there is. And it was pretty good, and it looks right across the street from our neighbors who were German and real German, meaning there wasn't a blade of grass out, there was never chip paint, everything in the house is perfect,
Mhm.
So James has this thing up, and the neighbors come by and they like it, and some people don't. It was different. People would slow down and look at it, take pictures. I mean, it's before anybody was doing any of this crap, So it gets to be after Thanksgiving. I don't know. It's getting closer to Christmas. Maybe it's like December 15th, and my neighbor Rosemary comes over, and she said, we thought James's display was really neat and different, but Christmas is coming, and what's the plan for that? I'm saying she's hinting like when he's going to take the damn thing down, And I said, I don't know, it's his thing, but let me talk to him. So I said to James, Rosemary, thinking about what you want to do with the display, the Halloween display. Halloween's over, Thanksgiving's over, it's Christmas is coming. He says, "Okay, Dad, I'll take care of it." And he did. A week later, he bought all these Christmas lights and put it all over this.
Yeah, all over the Halloween
I think it
decorations.
sat there till like March. Lit up every night right in there, right into their living room. So,
Yeah, it was right across the street from their main bay window.
Right.
Based on previous stories, I assumed you were it was being something involving a lighter and fire.
No, you're our fireman.
I never would have guessed. Hey, I'm into remodeling.
Remodeling.
yeah.
In keeping with Halloween, I brought a picture along that is something that we have talked about.
Is this the beloved dog costume?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. You remembered. Do you want to see it first, or do you want?
Just what you wore last year?
Yes. No. So when I was, I don't know,
52.
no, I'm about
How did you find this picture?
7. I have many pictures.
Okay.
I was a beautiful child. I was a beautiful child.
Right.
Also, so I'm significantly younger than my older siblings. Yeah, so I was a gorgeous child. And, maybe I will be again. There's so many photographs of me.
These the ones the post office mailed to you when they didn't need them anymore?
Is there action photo? I'll bring some that are not as flattering. in previous episodes, we talked about my mother was a seamstress, among other things, where she sewed together a beloved full body dog costume. I loved that for Halloween, and I loved that thing so much I wore it all the time and pretended I was a dog until it literally
Dog the Bounty Hunter
fell apart. Not Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Dog is dead,
Is he? Yeah, I thought he was.
or his wife's dead. One or the other. I can't remember
One
which
of them
one's
is dead. I know that. You want to pass around the evidence?
Yeah. Do you want to see the evidence?
You want to show it to Jed
Can I
first?
see that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Isn't he
He's
cute?
cute. One of the few is as you can see, I'm standing in snow in the deep south.
Wow, Andrew, that is fucking amazing. Kind of explains a lot of other things later in life.
Yeah, well, hey,
Where was this? Down in South Carolina?
yeah, it was South Carolina, man. It was like one of
you like,
five.
it was like a hound dog, because they're really into hunting dogs.
Wow.
Anymore, right? Can't
Come on,
they
let's
put
hear.
full color in it, James? You know?
Blow it up and get it framed for him for Christmas?
Yeah, we could. I like that, beloved. You look like you wore the shit out of this.
I
thing.
did. I
That
did.
dog.
You wear this for multiple Halloweens,
I mean, not only Halloween's, but I mean during the rest of the year.
so
They
you
were
just
his
show up at
pajamas.
school like fucking in the dog.
I didn't wear it. I didn't wear it to school.
Okay. I'm just
I don't-
checking.
think I wore it to school. You know what?
Yeah.
Better check with Gretchen and Billy on
Yeah,
that.
we'll check with Gretchen and Billy. That's cool. That's a good looking dog costume.
Yeah,
there.
that's a pretty good costume. Did James ever show you his costumes? Remember when you were the dinosaur, James?
I remember the dinosaur, and my mother sewed the dinosaur. She made me a light bulb costume.
Light
bulb.
bulbs, yep.
That was the brightest I ever was.
I was
And,
gonna say, was it on or off? I would imagine off.
it was on. It had lights in it.
Were the lights here? Oh, yeah.
On my nips.
Oh, your nipples? Your breasts?
Yeah, they lit up.
We
You
love to
know,
say- we love to
little
say lights.
tassels.
Right. Spinny.
Nothing like
Little
a kid with
propellers.
tassels.
Yeah.
Right.
They kind of lit up and spun.
You
I don't know what the fuck Chad is doing with that kid, but they fucked up. That boy is fucked up.
Well, the light was on, but there was nobody
There
home.
was nobody home. The light was
Right.
on.
Write that line down. I think that's a good one.
Right. Might want to write that down.
I've gotten a couple more business ideas from Gwen over at
Max Bubbles.
Max Bubbles Corporate.
You guys are booming, aren't you?
Yeah, well, one of these ideas is going to take off.
Well, something
We just
better.
gotta keep plugging away. She had an idea. I don't know if it was her. Might have been Francis. We talked about. Francis came up with the idea of. So you understand about topiary? Do you know what topiary is?
Oh, I do.
He thought we could offer an erotic topiary service.
What?
Fast Eddie likes it.
I
So-
think Jed probably likes it too, as long as it's
Yeah.
erotic.
Yeah, So
Yeah, I mean, you had me at erotic, that's for sure.
Is this for the front yard?
front yard, backyard, what have you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, would they bring in the
who's going to take care of these trees?
Is Max Bubbles going to lay out the landscaping? Are we moving into a landscaping?
Yeah, it's going to be landscaping, but it's going to be artistic landscaping, but specifically erotic topiary.
I love it.
And where is this all going to be? Is it going to be like in a park area? Or?
Well,
private lands,
private property, I think.
Private
So it's not
But
going to be
yeah,
like on any corporate place, like on a place
that's
where
a
they make
great
prophylactics.
idea.
we should start with Max Bubbles headquarters and branch out from
Yeah,
there.
That'll go over.
Where
Yep.
was it we were driving, and it was two streets that were named the same fucking
It was
thing.
Washington Street and Washington.
It was the corner, Max Bubbles at the corner of Washington and Washington. It's a real fucking.
That's a real place in Raleigh. Would different types of trees be engaged in certain activities?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be trees and bushes. I think actually bushes are better.
The bush is
they're-
always better.
Hey, you got to have somebody to trim the bush.
You got to trim that bush.
They're fuller.
It just
They're
fits.
fuller.
A lot of people like them trimmed.
Oddly enough, so we've already hired somebody.
Is his first name Ron? I mean,
Ron. Yeah, Ron is the he's the artist. He's
I bet he's the
he's
artist.
the topiary artist,
Uh-huh.
and he says actually the
Handy with a chainsaw.
he's it's a very small chainsaw.
He's
Well,
good
it's
at
long.
bushwhacking.
It's long, but it's thin. you know.
Long and thin. Yeah. But it really gets in there, doesn't
Really
it?
gets in there.
Cut-
Yeah, it does the
It gets in
not-
there, does the job.
yeah. So the first one is going to be it's clearly
Yes,
I mean,
it
it
has
could
to
be-
What is
right?
it going to be?
It has to
What's
be
that?
the insertion level, right? I mean,
I mean,
a
a
little.
big, large one with a couple of small balls next to it of
Right.
round bushes
Get
or
it
whatever.
small enough so when the wind blows, they move.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
There
Ooh.
you go.
yeah, so
Ed.
it waves.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
I think
what?
Ron's good enough that he could probably even do if it was a big enough bush.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the face and the whole body, including the
Oh, I thought you were
face.
talking about the bush. I'm sorry. Is somebody diving into this bush or just?
We'll have all right. It just came to me, Jed. So we'll
Okay.
have I don't know. It's like platform diving, right? And we'll have the topiary. You got to dive
topiary.
through the topiary.
Right. So this could be like an Olympic sport. It could replace breakdancing
Breakdancing.
and go right into the Olympics.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
2028.
Cave.
Erotic topiary diving.
Erotic topiary diving.
Yeah.
I like it.
Oh wow, really?
This
Now,
would be
can
like
I
a
ask you
garden
question?
sport.
Is there water at the bottom of this, or just?
Yes.
Oh,
definitely
definitely.
water.
Water or
like-
some liquid.
Just a
It's
lot
a
of
heavy
a lot of
liquid.
foam. A
A
lot of foam.
A lot of foam.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
What do you call it? Cool whip.
yeah.
Yeah, they keep it foamy,
Yeah. I have a what do you call that? A stiff peak
Your
on your cream.
your meringue.
On my
It gets stiff.
we'll have a lot of meringue at the base.
Now, these topiaries, do they need like polishing, or do they trim, or how do you take
You
care
got to
of this?
touch them up. You definitely got to
Yeah.
touch them up.
Always needs to be polished, Jed.
Can you put some little red at the tip of it, or just?
Oh, that brings me back. He was
They have cream for
Ron.
that.
Ron was saying that
Ron.
actually he thinks the best bush to carve is holly, right?
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
funny because it's a little pricky, right? Prickly.
Yeah,
Prickly.
but
It's prickly. Yeah.
yeah.
but it lasts all. It's got some stamina. It
It's
hangs
Got
and
in
some
there.
stamina.
All
and it's-
it's all seasoned.
It's
all
right. It's evergreen.
The biggest seller, of course, is boxwood.
Of course.
So, any other ideas for Max that we got to?
So this one actually comes from Gwen. We've got gigs. We're not going to be paid for them, but
Nothing on Max
What?
Levels is paid so
Uh,
far.
Are you doing live like senior centers?
well,
Podcast live?
we
For the
have
holiday?
Gwen has gotten us contracts to provide event commentating services for the Rose Parade, the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Oh, you mean we're gonna be on the ground?
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Yeah.
watching the floats.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we'll be on the ground. It might be a remote. Might be doing it remote.
Oh, we're gonna have to watch a live feed of another.
Yeah,
Right. Commenting on somebody else's live feed.
Yes.
Live?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
The
this could be a little tape delay or what?
A little delay. Fairly Harmless is working on our own holiday event where we dance around a wooden pole for Christmas, and we have some other assorted activities that haven't been
Shouldn't
fleshed out.
shouldn't it be it could be a wooden pole, but shouldn't it have a really tall, some people might call it a lightning rod on top?
Yes, it would have the Fairly Harmless lightning rod patented.
Patented.
Did you know when they do that, when they do the bucking Broncos, you see on TV, that
Yeah,
they wrap a thing around his nuts and pull him. That's why he goes bullshit. Did you know that?
Holy shit. Are you serious? Or are you
I'm
fucking with
serious.
me?
Look that up. I mean that.
They put
wrap
electrical
his
charge on them too right
gonads,
before the
and
gate
they make him
opens.
pissed off.
Well,
So
That'll
that'll
do
do
it.
it.
Your
That'll do
balls
it. That'll do it. I agree.
This is-
Yeah.
I think Francis maybe is having another idea for
Yeah.
Fairly Harmless.
Really?
That
For,
pushing
men.
somebody outside the plane and then shocking them in the nuts right before you do, and then wait to see when they pull the ripcord. That could be something.
Never heard of that. Something to look for in the next rodeo I watch.
Here's your lawn chair.
You got a lawn chair strapped to your ass. Good luck on living.
Do you want a rake or a bazooka? Give me the bazooka.
Give me the bazooka. I gotta break the water.
This is the Fairly Harmless Olympics. We gotta come up with some more sports.
Oh, that's right. We got Gwen and Francis on the case.
Here's something I had. We need to set up a flat Earth expeditionary force.
What?
I have heard so much about theories about the flat Earth,
Well,
about the Earth
what do
being
you mean
flat.
theory?
Well, people talking about they believe that the Earth is flat. Well, some people contend that it's round. And how do you find out if it's round or flat?
You drive.
You go explore. We got to find the dark side of the Earth.
Dark side of the Earth.
See where it drops off.
Yeah. Well, and
I think it's somewhere around the West Indies.
but I mean, like gravity. I mean, we're not going to fall off, right? Probably.
Well, that's where most people go. When you die,
Wait, where do you go?
you fall off the Earth.
You fall off the Earth when you die.
Yeah. That's when, because they bury you underground and you just fall right through.
Oh,
What?
That train tunnel to Chicago.
Let's back
The
up.
coast to
So-
coast tunnel.
So your casket is not strong, and you just fall out of it.
Well, you just fall
No.
through
well, how deep do you
into
dig?
space.
Well,
I've
it's like it's like the probably 40 or 50 feet below you. So
Yeah.
people so it can add up, right? I mean, that's the whole.
Oh, wait, I've seen holes that. Well, I haven't seen it. How far can you see? Well, I can see the moon. How far is that?
Dig a hole through the Earth to see the moon? Yeah, that's how
well-
you'd find the dark side of the Earth, is
Right.
by digging a hole through it.
So that's the expedition.
That's the expedition, is the flat earthers
Start digging a hole.
are going to have to start digging a hole to find the dark side of the Earth.
That's the only reasonable way to do it.
It is the only reasonable way.
We're gonna have to start a not fuck,
Go fuck me?
a GoFuckMe page.
Hmm. That could be for the topiaries.
I just had another great fucking idea. You've heard of GoFundMe? Let's start a GoFuckMe page.
I'm sending money in right now.
You know,
I think I figured out a way to get laid.
Do we have to pay them to have sex with you, or do they?
I mean, the more the merrier. I think for the people who
Have to-
may have sex with me, yeah.
who have to participate in the Andrew Olympics?
So
Uh.
let me read you about what they do to these bulls.
Oh, boy.
Uh-oh.
Tight,
I
a
didn't
tight-
realize this is what you were researching.
yeah,
Tight.
it was a tight flank strap around the bull's torso.
Mm.
Adds to the negative stimuli. The strap is placed around the bull's flank, often tighter than a belt. So that's why they buck, So not around his testicles. But they are bred to buck, by the way. They are
Yes.
taught to buck. Yes.
Yep.
So
That I know.
I didn't know that, but
I think I know where you're going.
they
Plus-
suffer a lot of back problems. The bulls. So
Are you born to buck?
that's some tough meat, boy.
Yeah.
Did you say that's some tough meat, boy?
It's had a tough steak, bro.
Wow.
I was born to buck. I was, but
Born to what?
Born to buck.
I was born to buck. But thankfully, because of you and
Go buck me?
Fast Eddie, you boys haven't
Yes.
bucked me enough. I can tell you that right now.
Uh,
Or
Nobody
at
got
all.
foot butt.
I won't be bucking you anytime soon. I can tell you that.
I would not recommend holding your breath.
What kind of show is this?
Wait, is holding your breath part of the bucking?
While he's waiting.
I've been doing it wrong.
I've been
Doing it so wrong.
When I buck, I don't do that.
Why you use that thing around my neck?
You know what? I've heard about that several times, and it's never occurred to me to try that out. No.
Oh, whoa, what are you talking
no,
about?
no.
What's
Wait,
Jen talking
I thought
about?
you were talking
It's
about
about bucking.
No, it's the choking thing is it's a sexual thing, right?
Yeah. it
What?
is. Oh, yeah.
What?
Nah.
Have you not
No,
heard?
nah.
I mean, it's
What are you guys-
asphyxiation, but it's
Asphyxiation, yeah.
What?
Stimulation
Sexual
asphyxiation.
What are y'all talking about?
asphyxiation.
it's
Fast Eddie,
actually
please
not.
tell me you're not into this.
It's actually they're not choking them. What they do is I don't know how I know this.
Why do you know this?
I think it's because of what you've been watching on Cornhub.
I haven't. When I go to church, I've heard about it at church.
Church.
Okay.
That's
It's,
those Episcopalians for you.
It's a really unusual ministry.
It's
Yeah.
It's an
Pentecostal.
offshoot of
Pentecostal. Yeah, we're speaking in tongues, kind of.
A lot of tongue action.
A lot of tongue out. But no, they you want to.
Holy.
So you don't want to choke them. You don't want to cut off their air supply. What you're doing is reducing the blood flow to their carotid artery.
Oh,
And that allows you'd kind of brown out a little bit.
okay. Does the jaw snap shut?
I don't think so. You
Okay.
want to be, but
Yeah,
if
you
you're
gotta be
using,
careful.
you want to be careful.
You got to be careful there.
We can edit that out.
Well, if you go to WebMD, it tells you all about it.
WebMD.
I do a lot of my research.
Type in what is sexual
Asphyxiation?
choking, and you're all over this. So
He wrote his thesis. He wrote his
I'm going to
thesis
throw
on
that
it.
phone out.
people may use their hands, plastic wrap, plastic
Yeah.
bags.
I
And
found
they place
out about
something
it.
around the neck and put a barrier in front of the mouth and nose.
This has been Fairly Harmless. I'm Andrew.
I'm James.
I'm still Fast Eddie.
And I'm Jed.
Thanks, Ed. You're the best. Thanks, Jed. You're the
I'm
best,
the best.
You're the best.
too. You're more best.
You're the best. Thanks, guys. I had fun. I don't know if there's any usable shit, but that's okay.
Once again, this has been Fairly Harmless. Missing the point on... Wait, what's the point? For all your holiday shopping needs, visit shop.fairlyharmless.com. Support Fairly Harmless at www.buymeacoffee.com/Fairly Harmless. Our musical accompaniment provided by the Boston Horns, East Coast Funk. Their music is available for streaming and purchase on most media platforms. For Fairly Harmless, this has been your announcer, Fast Eddie. See you soon.